Hey, what's up everyone? So you've just recorded your vocals and you want to find just the quickest and the easiest way of improving the overall sound of your vocals. So in this tutorial, we'll be looking at 6 quick and easy steps that you can use to achieve this. So whether or not you're recording like YouTube covers, or you're collaborating with others, or you're first getting into the world of self-recording and production, this tutorial is going to be really useful for you. So for this tutorial, I've stuck to only using Logic Pro's stock plugins, but you can apply these concepts to pretty much any digital audio workstation that you are, that you're working in, especially if you use GarageBand, because a lot of the plugins in Logic and GarageBand are actually the same. Alright, so I've got this vocal here over this beat that I've created, but first let's just listen to what the vocals sound like before basic production and after. So I'm going to solo this. This is before any basic production.
Waiting, I've been waiting for this.
And this is with some production. So I'll turn all of these on.
Waiting, I've been waiting.
Yeah, so as you can hear, there's like a world of difference, but we're just going to start again from the beginning. So I'm going to get rid of all of these. All right, so let's start with our EQ. So the point of using an equalizer is to cut out muddy or unnecessary frequencies and boost the pleasant sounding ones in the vocal. So I'm going to cut out most of the low end.
I've been waiting.
Let's see.
Waiting, I've been waiting for this.
Alright, I'm going to make another cut here. Be pretty generous with it.
Waiting, I've been waiting.
Alright, and then I'm going to make a boost here at around 3K.
Waiting, I've been waiting for this. And I know you have.
And I'm going to boost up here around 10 to 20K.
Waiting, I've been waiting for this. And I know you have to, so what we gotta do is let's be.
Alright, so let's just hear before and after. So this is before.
Waiting, I've been waiting.
And this is after.
Waiting, I've been waiting.
Yeah, so the vocals will now sound like it's a bit subtle, but a bit sharper and a bit clearer. So the edits that I'm making here are generally quite typical, but you really have to depend on your ear. For example, your vocal recordings may naturally have a lot of mid-range, so you may not necessarily need to boost as much, but but you should really just pay attention to the areas that I'm boosting and cutting, because this is typically where vocal production will focus with boosts and cuts. All right, so now on to the next stage. We're going to use some compression. So bring up my Logic compressor here, set my ratio to 3. So what the compression does is it helps to keep your vocal levels more consistent and even out loud vocal peaks. Don't overdo this, because otherwise your breath inhales, your breathing or your inhales will sound just as loud as the louder parts of your vocals. So you don't overdo it. Compression just helps to keep vocals levels more consistent throughout your performance. So make sure that you are using a compressor with a meter, and as a general rule, you don't want the needle to go beyond -5. Okay, so I'm going to start using the threshold to determine at what point the compression will start to kick in.
Waiting, I've been waiting for this.
Alright, so I'm pretty happy with that. We'll now go on to our next stage, which will be using a bit of auto-tune. So we'll use Logic's pitch correction. Now again, you want to adjust to taste accordingly. Don't overdo it, otherwise you get this like auto-tune Kanye West kind of sound like this.
Waiting, I've been waiting for this.
Yeah, it's like a bit extreme. So I'll put it somewhere in the middle.
Waiting, I've been waiting for this.
All right, cool. Now my next step would be to adjust the overall, just the vocal volume to the rest of the track.
Waiting, I've been waiting for this. And I know you had to, so what we gotta do is let's...
Yeah, so vocals should be like 99% of the time, they should be at the forefront of any productions that you do if you're recording over a beat or an instrumental. Okay, now I'm going to add some reverb. So we'll go to the Space Designer, mono to stereo, and I want a really nice, wide, and super wet sounding reverb. Because it just makes sense for this particular track. This is kind of like an ambient sort of R&B, modern R&B sounding sort of track. So we can get away with an ambient sounding reverb. If you were, let's say, doing music like rock, it's very rare that like you would use such a wet, like wide sounding reverb. So when you're adding reverb, just make sure that it makes sense to the rest of the production that you're working in. So I'm just going to use one of the presets. I'm going to go to large holes, go to holes, and I'm just going to use the warm vocal hole and adjust according to taste.
I've been waiting for this. And I know you had to, so what we gotta do is let's be real and face the truth. I've been waiting.
Yeah, okay. Overall, I'm pretty happy with that. And then your last and final step would be final vocal level adjustments to the rest of the track, because sometimes when you add reverb, it can adjust the perceived like vocal volume. So I'm just going to listen through this just to see if I need to bring up the vocal a little bit more, or if I'm happy with it.
Waiting, I've been waiting for this. And I know you had...
Yeah, so I don't think that I need to do any more adjustments. I'm pretty happy with the way that everything is sounding. So in future, I'll be releasing tons of tutorials and content specifically for artists and singers who want to self-record and produce. So if you found this tutorial useful, please give me a like or subscribe, or just let me know if there's anything else that you're currently struggling with when it comes to self-recording and production, and I'll put together a tutorial. All right, thank you for watching, everyone. Peace out and have a great day.